when they're passing a new phase. People setting up their shelters, they be setting up their stage. People setting what's intended for a brand new place to play. Hey, welcome to my city, Stockton. 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 I've come from a long Tirane, and I'll say it again this way. Me llamo Estrane, and I'll say it a different way. My name is Rane, I come from California, yeah. City of Stockton in the valley, long mestiza all the way. Welcome to my city, Stockton, where the weak be stuck on methamphetamines, crack cocaine, heroin, PCP, but they clean up nice and they gon' be free. What once was a bill ain't stuck in the mud. We're a city on the rise, bringing in new blood. Pacific Rim riding in high tide, bringing in new business on a mobile slide. Welcome to my city, Stockton. 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 Alright, so what you guys are listening to right now is beat by, it's called Pink by What's Up Slay. And if y'all don't know Slay, he's out in North Carolina, and he was a person I met through Sam Raw and Bubba Awesome. They work with him. They have a lot of music and beats by him, productions by him, as well as so one that I've done with him, actually two, is You Sexy, and one that I just recently wrote. And I'm thinking whether I'm going to perform it at the Blackwater Cafe on the 17th or not. And I've been encouraged to do that. So, yeah, I think I might share that one. So this is Pink by What's Up Slay. You got a few tracks by What's Up Slay in rotation right now, so that's who you're listening to. These are whose beats are playing right now. We have DJ Luke coming in just a little while, so we'll get to talking more about what he's got going on. He's provided us some tracks of some of the music that he's put together and assisted with as a producer, engineer, master, mixer, all that good stuff. So great to have him. He's coming from Sacramento area, so yeah, we'll see what's going on. This one you got coming up right now by Slay is called Snots.
What's up, Slay?
headphones up for myself. I don't know about you guys or all you other artists out there when you're, how you guys like to record and stuff, or how you need to hear it in the headphones. But I like my music loud here regardless. Whether it's coming out of the headphones or a huge sound system. Hey, this one's a smooth track. We're getting ready to move into another track really quickly. Again, by Slay. Like I said, he's got a few tracks in here, several actually. And so the next one coming up, I think it's Vinci. So that's V-E-N-C-H-Y, Vinci. He'll tap in and I'll get some links for you so we can get those links up where you guys can find him. What's Up Slay, SoundCloud, YouTube. You can see how his name is spelled there, but yeah, this one's called Vinci. That beat roll out for you guys to check out. I can hear it going in and out, like the levels are high and then they'll like drop, so it's kind of like an undertone. So I don't know if they meant to do that, but it's interesting. It's nice though, actually, because I kind of wanted to speak on something. Oh, but it's coming back up. Really quickly, you guys, I did want to speak on something because we got a lot going on, and I'll probably mention it again a little bit later too, but I'm going to be speaking on for anybody who wants to find out how they can help out or drop point for survivors of the fire from Paradise, California, and our neighbors. And a lot of our family or family of people that we know are out there and that have suffered a loss, a great loss. So somebody would like to get started with collections, and so I'll have to find out more information whether a certain drop point is going to be that drop point or not, but you can just stay tuned for information about a possible drop point over at the St. Joseph's Hospital laboratory. So we're looking for people to help out with donations. Anything will help families that have lost everything and are sleeping on floors of houses that made it, or families, you know, making space. So yeah, that's a tough one to talk about. It's tough because it's so recent and it's still happening. People are are still making discoveries about what was or wasn't saved. Life, you know, a lot of life lost, animals lost. Like, it's just such devastation. So this one's called West West. It's like, that's a little different. This is called West West by What's Up Slay. So we have DJ Loot in the house. I'm just gonna go out and see what he's got going on. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple of his tracks in. So What's Up Slay has one more track coming through, and it's called Z. And let's see if I can put maybe a couple of Carranza's tracks in here and just keep it rocking for a minute. What's up, Charles? What's up, Paul? I know, it's so smooth, huh? It's like just a chill day. Let me go and be quiet so you guys can enjoy the music.
in the mud, I'll remind you where I am from.
I love it when the leaves change.
It's funny how in 2017 I still feel like a slave. Only difference is I ain't picking cotton nowadays, but we still picking cotton when we picking out J's. And it's still picking cotton, picking matching ball mains. Life a crazy ball game, and the score is deceiving. Religion is slavery, so who do you believe in? Catholic Church, Baptist Church, all manipulate the poor and prey on the rich, hoping they will give more. Insecurities arise, and the devil is alive. No paradise in the sky, better find it while you alive. You have died when your soul seeks for someone's approval. Please stop holding grudges and just move on. Never make a right when you dealing with two wrongs. The same old story get told just in the news. Without facts, it's a lie. Ain't no truth when the proof gone. Privacy is lost every time you get a new phone.
Why let hate win? Have more enemies than friends. Selfishness, the latest trend.
So what would you do? All for $1. Will you sell your son to the streets and whore out your daughter? Would you rob? Would you steal? Would you murder just to eat? Would you sell drugs and push poison just to feast? Would you lie to the people in your congregation? Feed them the love of God and thought of the fear of Satan? Would you run for politics knowing that you are corrupted? Knowing that the world is twisted, have no thoughts to adjust it? Would you cheat on your wife and disrespect the vows? Create your own right regardless of how it sounds? Live with no morals? no integrity. Chances with your life just like playing Jeopardy. See, I'm no mind reader, I don't know telepathy. Just a modern day healer, but can't heal you of leprosy. I'm playing in the game, hearing whistles from the referee. And since Cain killed Abel, watching brothers all next to me.
Why let hate win? Have more enemies than friends. Selfishness, the latest trend. When will the struggle end?
What the world needs is love. It's too much hatred. My reality is real. I'm not living in the matrix. Musician with these words, but in life I don't play tricks. Cross training in the booth, but I ain't rocking no Asics. Daddy laced me up, mama tied my laces. Wish I could erase it. The bigots and the racists, we all in a racing, chasing adjacent dreams, goals, born like Jason. Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, Masons. Data downloaded, take a mental note and save it. Hard drive or floppy, hard job to stop me. Speaking out on truth, had a fear that they would pock me. More and mock me, but still I barack me. Arms raised on the top of the stairs, I'm Rocky. First they laugh at you, second they copy. All power to the people, overcome these Nazis.
Why let hate win? Have more enemies than friends. Selfishness, the latest trend. When will the struggle end? Why not let love in? Help your family and your friends. Join together as one again. We can beat this in the
When I return to the essence, I want to be remembered as a man that did the best that he could with what he had. Through the highs and lows, never froze up or walked with my nose up. Tried to stay humble even though I did stumble. I never compromised my integrity. Was steadily working on the better me, striving to be a guiding light with intentions to do right. When things went wrong, I stayed strong and accepted the price that came along with confronting the issue dead on. Broke but never broken, too blessed to stay stressed. Never could I settle for less, and I confess I've done a lot of bad deeds that keep me on my knees praying for mercy. All my seeds kept my heart free of jealousy, envy and greed, but it only seems to breed more envious enemies. So I add them in my prayers, cause that's all they need.
What do we want to be remembered for? What do we want more? For our souls to be rich or poor? To be rich or poor? What do we want to leave behind? Do we want to do wrong or right? Are we promoting death or life?
Remember me as my sister's protector, my brother's keeper, my mother's son, my father's legacy. For peace sakes, born a leader, not a follower, running behind clowns that had you found like those in Jonestown. No, I won't be drinking that Kool-Aid, it's probably laced. I like that alkaline water with the purified taste, cause the life is the terrible thing to waste. Good health is wealth, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I try to inspire you lyrically, hoping you overlook some of my gangster tendencies. A warrior's heart beats in my chest at times. I could be too hood for my own good, so I'm often misunderstood and vilified. And at times I fall victim to my own pride, but it gave me the will to survive the hard times. In this beautiful struggle, I continue to climb.
What do we want to be remembered for?
occasion. Judgment is waiting, we'll be facing them scales. Hoping that the good outweighs the bad. When all the material things we had prove worthless, when you gotta reflect and ask, was it all worth it in the end? You reap what you sow, while the seeds that you planted still grow and bear witness to your existence and what you did with the time you were given while you were living. So it's a must to make the best of every minute you're spending. Spread love and good vibes, cause positive energy never dies. It's never too late to strive for elevation. Leave behind a stronger foundation for the next generation. What do we want to be remembered for? What do we want more? For our souls to be rich or poor? To be rich or poor? What do we want to leave behind? Do we want to do wrong or right? Are we promoting death or life? Death or life?
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Renee, and you are tuning into Renee Hour at KXVS, the voice of Stockton. I want you guys to all help me welcome DJ Luke in the house. So, welcome.
What's
How are
going
you?
on? I'm all right.
Do you want to go by Mike?
Either
DJ
way.
Luke, AKA. So, I want to introduce you guys to DJ Lou. We've been hanging out a little bit. He and his wife here. I don't think she's on camera, but I'm shouting her out because she's the other half. And we gotta appreciate those other halves because they, keep us down, right? They keep us, they hold us down,
definitely.
and they do a lot of important things. So we just got through listening to a couple of tracks along with other instrumentals from What's Up Slate out of North Carolina, and we listened to some West Coast chill from Armando Carranza, and you guys were able to catch a little bit of him recently in the area, and you've heard a lot of Slay's work with Bud Awesome, up and coming, one of the youngest rappers that we have here in Stockton, as well as Sam Raw and myself and a few things. So we have DJ Lou, who has gone above and beyond so much in the area and has worked and is one of the most active producers in the West Coast. So working with so many artists, like so many, I can't even name them, but I can read them to you, and you can read some of them and then more, and then he can tell you about a whole lot more, I'm sure. But so you're here, you're out of Sacramento, from Sacramento?
Well, I grew up in the Oroville area, which that stuff going on up there right now, it's kind of crazy times. But I grew up there, 10 years in Sacramento, now 2 in Oakland.
2 in Oakland,
So
okay.
every move has taken us to a bigger market. But yeah, we're really enjoying the Bay life. And I have artists that come to me for beats, mixing, all aspects of production from a lot of areas, but mainly Northern California.
Okay.
I even have a few clients here in Stockton that are kind of making a little bit of noise, getting some attention. So yeah, non-stop working.
So the artists that you're talking about, as far as out of Stockton, whether you want to mention them or not.
Oh, I'd love to. There's a guy by the name of Hex.
Okay.
There's also Schizo Silva and Spazzy Davis Jr. I believe all 3 of them are living here or from here or moved here or whatever. But folks should check them out. A lot of talent all over. But like Stockton, I have some amazing artists that grew up in the Modesto area. Have a lot of artists up in the hills in Placerville. That's where Siren's from. Another group of mine, the Good Old Boys. They're a country rap group.
I am so excited to hear that. We got to hear them. You guys,
Okay.
You guys don't even know. Hip hop has infused every genre around the world. And the fact that it fuses with country is absolutely amazing. To see cowboys come out and rap, and then they do some real stuff. It's a beautiful thing. So awesome to just see it just infuse culture. And so it's amazing to know that you actually have a whole entire group.
Oh yeah, I have clients of all different subgenres.
Yes.
Mainly hip hop artists, but also R&B and pop singers. I've recorded and mixed for rock bands and a wide variety, but I'm more closely associated with the urban genres. All of the hip hop, pop, R&B.
That's pretty awesome. And that comes from a lot of like this. You started with like the schooling that you were talking about. I read your bio, the link that you sent me, and letting us know basically everything that you've been doing and how you got started. But they don't know that, so I just kind of want to mention it a little bit, because if they haven't gone to read your bio, you know, he's gone to school for this. This is something that he had a passion for, and then all of a sudden, when you went to a school and then saw that they had a music program, you just like jumped ship.
Oh yeah,
I was like, that's pretty awesome.
the schooling gave me a lot of tools that helped me be a better engineer, but it's not going to teach me how to be a hip hop producer, for instance. That's something that I just listen to what the clients are trying to do and pay attention to trends, and it's really it's very organic, and it's always growing and changing. But a lot of word of mouth, and clients referring new people to me, and that's it. It's I've been at it for quite a while, coming on about 18 years now. I'd say about 15 years of that has been working with artists that have a name, like San Quinn, Sally Cell, and then I just mentioned that
Akon.
I actually have some mastering credits with some pretty big mainstream names. 3 6 Mafia, T.I., Gucci Man. There was a project that I actually lent my mastering services to. That it was a compilation, but they were individual songs, and that actually works for my resume. So credited for some pretty big names there. I also have a lot of up-and-coming artists that I've been really pushing and promoting. Shaughnessy is another. It's a rap artist from the Bay Area. He's been living up in the Oroville area for quite a while. But, he's definitely 415 all the way. I've done over 600 songs with him.
Wow.
As far as I have mixed his entire catalog.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Most of the beats. So, and I like to work with artists. I do a lot of custom beats. We sit down and work on the production together.
You're a collaborator. I call them collaborators, because there are some producers that they're not collaborators. They're not an artist in the craft to where they can collaborate. They're just a tech. And so so I think I've noticed among working with producers that the ones that are more the collaborative artist, bringing the artistry and their own like feel to it, because like they're just like they're vibing out, and you know, you're really making the music. So versus just making somebody else's music, you know, you're actually part of the project, and it's kind of nice to see that, because it becomes something very organic, I've noticed, versus when as a producer who's not collaborative in the project, they don't really kind of mix it down right. It just doesn't come out right. There's always like some technical, there's some technical hiccup. So it's kind of interesting. But the fact that you, get down and you get in there, you mix with them, you collaborate with them, so that, you know, you're really producing good music, I think is the key. And then you're growing and building great relationships with everybody. Well,
the best artists, the really good artists, the creative artists, well, I guess if you're an artist, you're creative, but the ones that have that exceptional mind for it, 2 exceptional minds are better than one.
Right.
And the artist usually knows best what they want. So.
Exactly. And there's some producers that don't listen to that, though. There's some, they don't. So for the fact that you do, it's going to open. So like for anybody out there, really, it's going to open more doors for you when you're able to listen to the artist and what they want.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good point. If there's anybody listening that, you know, maybe is looking up to you and seeing like what it is that they can do or be better, maybe you can, you know, just let them know a little bit more about how it would be better for them to do something more that they should. But only you would know that as a producer for another producer. So if you choose to, that would be great. So you have Mr. Fab and Siren on the first one, Let Love In, that we put up.
Yes.
And can you kind of talk about that as to like how that even came about and how those two came together?
Okay, so Siren is my primary artist, and I'm actually, we work 100% together on all the tracks. She's kind of my first label-oriented
Oh,
artist.
okay.
So we've been working for years, but within the past 2 years, we started working on her solo stuff.
Okay.
She sang hooks on a bunch of projects.
Okay.
And did other music and performances and everything. But it was actually Mrs. Lute that said, you should start making some EDM and dance type music. So
Nice.
I never did that, and she loves listening to that. So do
Yeah,
I.
nice,
So
yeah.
anyway, fast
telling you.
forward into Siren's solo career, and then Mr. Fab is actually cousin of JDK to Underboss, an artist out of Sacramento that has the Sac Report magazine. It's
Okay,
it's a
okay.
publication that
Oh, nice.
I get a page in every month or every issue.
Nice.
So he had Mr. Fab come on over to my home studio, and we did all that. And so I finally met Fab, who is a Bay legend, living legend. Very, he's just a very
Well
charitable, quality guy pushing positivity.
Nice.
So is Siren. So I started making a beat one day. Oh, this kind of has a Mr. Fab vibe.
I
Okay.
know what you mean. Like you hear something, you're like, I can hear that person on that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is perfect for Fab.
Yeah, nice.
I had Siren write the hook. We recorded it. We went to the old location of the Dope Era store,
Okay.
and we both went in there. And I just said, "Hey, Fab, listen to this. Tell me if you dig this." And he was digging it. Said, "I want to produce something for you." Not asking for a feature from me, but
right.
yeah. And he was down with it. He came over, recorded the verses, and so it was released this year as a single.
So Let Love In.
Yep, and lyrically, you hear
It's
the
a soul
positive
creation.
positive message, and just
Yeah.
trying to bring people together, and they both are on that level as far as their approach.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really focusing on more positive music, including that second track,
Nice,
which
yes.
we'll get to. But
Yes,
yeah,
remembered.
Let Love In. It's one of our personal favorites.
Man, it was absolutely amazing. And the fact that right now, not only personally, I was like just the fact I literally just had made a reference because my earrings, they say love. I like to wear them often. Well, it fell out, and I was like, oh, I'm falling out of love, you know. And I actually falling out of love. But then it's like let love in. It's just like okay, feeling myself closing up. I don't want to do that. You really do got to let love in, and it's so hard for so many people to let love in, and for them to speak on it, even just to call it that, even just to name it, let love in. And how they really put that together, the lyrics that were chosen for it, absolutely a great collaboration all the way through and through. And the sole purpose, but the sole purpose and the sole purpose, making it for Mr. Fab and like hearing him on that. So yeah, so pushing forward now, Remembered For. Okay, this is another one that you have going on.
Yes.
Okay.
So Remembered For, that's Big Malo, another Frisco legend. That's one of San Quinn's cousins, and San Quinn has had more of the visible career than
Okay.
Malo, but Malo is very,
out?
very well known too, and he's a little older than Quinn. They kind of grew up together doing music, but Malo was sort of like that that figure, kind of that mentor type of figure, and he still is. He's been very helpful to me in helping get me pointed the right direction to work with great artists. So
Awesome.
Malo, so that song is from my almost completed Cali Fire Volume 7.
Cali Fire Volume, I'm just going to put that in the comments. Cali Fire Volume 7.
DJ Luke Presents, that's a whole series. So the 7th volume of it, they're compilations I put together which feature songs from various artists, but the mandatory thing is that I have to do all the production and mixing and everything. So it showcases my production abilities as well as the artist and songs. So that specific song, Cali Fire 7, I am singing the hooks on all the songs.
You sing?
Yep.
That's amazing.
So, in fact, one of the other songs
When it
is
said that
from too.
featuring DJ Lute, I was
Yep.
like, oh my goodness. So yes, I'm glad you said that. So you sing, not okay. So he produces, he mixes, he masters, he collaborates, he builds beats around artists, and you work with the artists, and you're an artist
Yeah.
because you're an artist. Because you're an artist.
Yes.
So now you're on volume 7.
Yeah,
of
Volume
your
7,
work.
I'm waiting on 2 verses to wrap up the final song.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I believe, 23 songs at this point.
Okay. That's a
Going
lot.
to put it out through... I have, outside of what I do, I have the plug on distribution, publishing, graphics people. I have every tool at my disposal. I'm going to be putting it out through, I believe they put it through Sony Orchard, through a publisher I deal with in Sacramento. So it'll be available everywhere, all possible digital outlets. But yeah, I sing the hooks on all of them. But that song is my personal favorite because that is a question that everyone kind of should ask themselves.
Right.
Do you want to do wrong or right? What do you want to be remembered for? Do you want to...
yeah, like what's your legacy going to be?
Yeah.
Do you want to be known for when you're gone? And it really does ask the question, what do you want to be remembered for?
So
it's a great song, you guys. I listen to it. I can play it again if you want. You guys heard it in rotation. We can run it back. I don't have a problem doing that. But what I am going to say is really quickly, Derek, D. Sloan says, tell DJ Lute, D. Sloan says salute. And so, having mentioned that you're on Volume 7, you have Remembered For, and like really what you're doing, I want to go ahead and play this next one because you're now pushing this artist, Siren, and her like a label and everything. So this song, even though she's been featured on Let Lovin' with Mr. Fab, and I think Gimme More as well, Gimme More, she is the main with featuring Van B.
So I sent that one to you. I forgot what the fourth or what.
Just Coast. I really like Just Coast, and I actually I would honestly rather play that one.
That would be great.
Over
because
number 4, because I'm going to play Delicious because I want you guys to hear just Siren in her own element. And this is just also the collaboration of the two minds of the Lutes. You guys they got it double bagged right there. I'm just saying, you guys got it double bagged with the Lute right there because you definitely put the element, the Mrs. Lute put the element of having some techno and stuff like that, and you will hear that in this one. And it's called Delicious. I hope you guys enjoy this one. So let me, I have to put it here. You can tell them about it a little bit if you'd like.
Yeah, this falls a little more into the pop realm, more so than like an EDM format. Just a very fun, energetic, a lot of metaphors. So all of Siren's music is clean, but she threw in some little references and little fun stuff. It's one of those types. Just check it out.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious.
Test, test, test.
What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. Oh boy, you're driving me insane. You got me dissecting my brain. Every breath I take is for you. Help me, I'm coming unglued. I'm coming unglued. What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. Now every time you touch my hand, I'm more addicted. And every time you kiss my lips, my heart goes twisted. The more you shove me off, I'm more persistent. Butter me up, baby, come on, make me your breadstick. What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. What's cooking in the kitchen? Got me over here licking my lips, it's so delicious. Let's mix it up, make it a little harder. Every ingredient makes my mouth start to water. So many spots, gonna start a fire. Come on, baby.
All right, so I hope you guys felt that one, rocked with that one a little bit, because that was fun. I really like that one a lot. So you guys hear what she's about. She's
very high
energy, yes.
But that's the thing is, we work together on the songs, but she initiates whatever concept that we're going to roll with in each session. We've done a lot of the dance stuff, but also stuff featuring hip-hop artists. We've done a lot of like really slow, emotional songs, so there's a variety with her music. That's why we put music out as singles only.
Yes.
As far as digitally.
Yes.
Because
yes,
you're going to have an album. You potentially would have an album with 10 different types of music,
Exactly.
and some people might not
That's so true.
know how to take that.
I was just telling a friend of mine that all my songs that I have, I'm like, everybody's like, where's your album? I was like, you know what? Look, I'm just going to drop them as singles because they're all so different.
Yeah.
I can't just say they all, and they're with different producers, so they're with different labels or different agencies or whatever. I'm not, it's not one album that's going through one place, because if I do, I would like it to go through one place. But for the most part, it's with different people. So just drop them, and that's great because they're all different sounds, so they can come as its own entity. I love
people
that.
can build their own playlists.
Yes.
There's an official Siren Spotify playlist, and we're on Pandora. So what's the other one? We have iHeartRadio. So I'm always forming the playlist, but singles I guess you can do the same thing with albums too. Is form the playlist. That's the kind of the cool thing about this streaming era we're in is you can format your listening experience how you want.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You get to choose who and what you want in rotation.
Singles benefit that.
Totally. So that was delicious.
Yep.
And it was a very fun song. And so that was just Siren herself. So pushing forward. Okay, so you have some CDs here really quickly. We want to talk about these.
I brought some copies of Cali Fire 3 and 4. I packaged this as a double disc. This is about 5 years old now.
So we can throw those in rotation?
2013. I can make you some edited versions for the show. I just wanted to leave a stack here if people want to grab them, whatever.
Okay. You guys heard it. You can come by and grab Volume 3 and Volume 4, and one or the other or both.
Well, it's double disc. It's 40 songs.
Oh, they're both. Okay.
But I just wanted to leave a few items here.
So please come by and grab a Volume 3, 4 from DJ Lou, and you guys can keep his music in your rotation, add it to your playlist, and we're going to do the same thing. So I want to go ahead and play. What time is it? We got about half an hour, which is good because I want to go ahead and throw in Gimme More and Just Coast. But before we do that, I kind of want to get back to what has kept you active for so long, and making the move. The side of the business where it's like having you decide, like, yes, I'm going to make that move. I'm going to go over there. Like, what have been some of like the pivotal moments in your career?
I think one of them, since we're talking about the compilations, starting to put out compilations, which I started them in 2009. I always have been a service, studio service, and people come and I mix their music, and whether they get the beat from me or not, whatever. But there's nothing to showcase me beyond hoping they let people know about who produced it.
Right.
So that's where the compilations came into play. I have something with my name attached.
Yes.
I have product now.
Yes, and this is why I started, this is literally, I think, in my second or third show of just doing producers. Like with Rise and Shine, working with Rise and Shine, I had worked with Rise and Shine for over a year, and then just putting artist music in rotation. But I noticed that we weren't really showcasing any of the producers, and the producers a lot of the time were actually making and pushing the songs. They were actually the ones getting them out here to us. And so, but then they would do a lot of work, but then they weren't the ones getting known for anything. So you're exactly right. You guys are artists in and of yourselves, and you guys do have products. You guys do have a sound. You do have something that it's just like, hey, let me show you what I do. Does it work with you? Okay, let's do business. Versus, okay, this producer can work with these people because they have a better feel for what it is. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of helping to get everybody showcased, get them out there. And we're going to be having a DJ showcase show coming up soon. So DJ Abilities, Double Dragon, Don Kez, Darian Field, and Steve Spiffler are going to be out there. Maybe you can come one time.
Well, it's the only thing I actually don't do anymore is DJing. That was
Come play your
About,
playlist.
that was mid '90s. I was DJing raves, like hardcore techno music.
Oh, 90s.
So it's the only thing people assume that I actually DJ.
Oh.
But the name,
You're a
I just
producer.
had the name.
DJ.
It just stayed with me.
Okay,
So, it's
so
kinda
you're not a DJ. You're just a straight producer, mixer,
producer,
engineer.
But again, I have other like artists are like, oh, do you know who can do this or that? I need a cover, or I need someone to do a video. I have all those
Production.
tools at my
Your
disposal. What do I do with the music? Well, here, hit these guys up: distribution, the publishing, all that. So.
Loop Productions.
I
I'm
may
gonna
not.
call you.
I may not DJ anymore, but and I may strictly produce and mix and all that. But I have the other resources.
Yeah.
Well, people just have to ask, and I'm always happy to point them in the right direction. So everything but the DJ.
Everything
but I've been considering adding that to the arsenal.
Yeah.
It would be a handy thing. It's
Yeah.
just finding the time to do it.
Right, and that's really kind of what it is, where you're definitely trying to, like I said, find that balance. We talked about that a little bit earlier, and so maybe we could touch on that just a little bit. So how do you find that work-life balance when you know, oh, that's another great idea, I got to put energy into that, but is it worth taking it on? Or what you have going on, how do you just balance everything?
It does help that I have my entire situation from home. So I'm home based. I get a phenomenal sound out of a fairly quaint but very well put together project studio. So I think I don't have to deal with commute times, and like if I have an idea for a beat or something, I don't have to. Oh, I have to hurry up and get to the studio, and then I lose the
idea.
The idea, I
Yeah.
lose the motivation or whatever, or the inspiration.
Yeah.
So I'm able to make work happen at any time. So that's a good thing. But there is that balance. I think making sure that I balance getting enough sleep at night. You've heard people say you sleep when you die. Well, if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to die way sooner, right? So I make sure to get enough sleep. I make sure to get enough work done. But I also have the hardest thing was learning how to streamline and focus on the projects that are going to be the most, I guess, lucrative or
Profitable.
Well, even outside of profitable, just the ones that people are going to like, and especially that are going to want to share and get behind.
Yeah.
As listeners.
And profit meaning benefit of like a breakthrough for like a new energy, a new push, a new sound, you know, so profiting in a way that it's like beneficial to the music industry, not just monetarily. But yeah, so putting out like these new positive vibes, these new, you know, it's clean and, you know, necessarily, you know, it doesn't always have to be totally clean to be positive, but
True.
It's wonderful that it is clean and it's positive because, you know, choosing an energy, a vocabulary that articulates, you know, what it is, what the element is, it's pretty amazing that she's going to bring that and that she does do that and she continues to do that because I really feel like the women need to do that more. And that's just my own personal opinion, even as a female artist, as a person who listens to music. I'm not knocking any female who does anything, you know, outside of that, but I just think it is important and it's a good thing for the women who are coming through the pop and the hip hop scene to put something in a little bit more of a positive direction, you know, that just represents the women on a different level, you know. So that's just how I see it. So I think it's great because she can mix and match, you know, all the sexiness and everything of her womanhood and keep it like clean, you know, and not have to like go beyond that. So it's nice. So it's a good thing. She is also on the song "Gimme More." She's the main vocalist on this, right?
Yeah. Technically, it is a Siren featuring Van B.
Right.
Although it was actually, I made the instrumental first, but there was no song concept until they both were in studio. And I left the room and let him vibe, and I could hear him in there coming up with the ideas. 20 minutes later, hey, we're ready to record.
Yeah.
So Van B, he is an Oakland artist. One of my favorite new people to work with, or new to me, people to work with. The dude is, he draws a lot from the 90s approach, real hip-hop approach, quality lyricism and concepts. And he's one of the guys that's really pushing that right now. So,
And he's been on the scene out in where, Oakland, you said?
yeah, he's from Oakland, but he's doing shows in Sacramento and surrounding areas, and really trying to get out there. And that's where he's on a song on Cali Fire 7. I've gravitated toward him because of his approach and his lyrical content. And I'm a fan of that.
Any of your artists want to come on out here and, you know, share with our community what they got, who they are, and collaborate even more. You know, we have great artists out here.
Oh, yeah.
Fire. All I can say.
Oh, yeah.
Fire. Because there already been fire. You know what I mean? And okay, we're going to shout out to the fire survivors of Paradise. But no, I'm talking about fire, a passion of music and energy and the fusion and the collective and the movement and just all of what that is. And it's just like in our front yards, in our backyards, in our side yards, our neighbors. And it's just like absolutely amazing to just see other energies in the performance realm.
Yes.
Like locally, not just having to like go off and go away to go see somebody, but you can see that caliber here. So
exactly.
Nice. Okay, so this is Gimme More, you guys. This is Siren featuring Van B. Produced by DJ Lou.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm happy that I seen you.
I'm happy that I see you too.
We got some things to exchange, boo. I'm all ears for you.
So I'm sitting here in your favorite chair, but you never notice me. I'm lying here, my heart out to share, but all you want is free from me.
and that, you guys, was "Gimme More" by Siren and Van B. So we're talking behind the scenes and just so many things that are in the mix, and that you guys are in for a treat. And all I can say is you're just in for a treat. You guys have major music artists in the area doing wonderful things. They're bringing positive vibes. Y'all see it up and down the Miracle Mile. This next function that we're having on the 24th is going to have positive. We got Vibes Up that just opened down the street. So I'm kind of wanting to bring in. So we have a collective in the area of holistic healers and holistic information. And so down the mile here we have Vibes Up, Dragon Fairy Souls, and Infusion Playhouse, and they do like chakras and aura readings. And then we have Greens Nutrition across the street that does a lot of like holistic, and they have an herb vault. So if you guys are looking for herbs and stuff particularly, you can go into the herb vault. So it's very cool. So that kind of just fuses a lot with a lot of the positive music that's going on, I think. Yeah. So it's like you're raising the frequency. You're raising the frequency of your cells when you're eating healthy and you're giving it pure energy and that goodness. You're not clogging it and like bringing its energy down with like processed stuff and chemically made stuff. And then, you're getting organic positive energy through people's, creative spark. So DJ Loot is bringing us so much artistry and so much positive vibes, raising the frequencies, and that's that sound healing, Yep. And that's, we totally promote that. So we got a lot of good music for you coming out of DJ Loot, sirenmusic.com, and he's
Siren with a Y.
Siren with the Y, yes, SYREN. And that also, he's also been working a lot with Shaughnessy. So you've been doing a lot with him with your productions.
He's my longest person I've worked with the longest. I was saying we've done over 600 songs at this point, I'm sure.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh my goodness, that's so many.
Yeah, quite a few. I could name artists all day, but we don't have all day.
Right.
But I'm probably forgetting some people, and I'll be like, oh, hey, I didn't mention you, and they're going to get at me on social media and cuss me.
Here, let me help you out with something. I'm going to get you on that part because I want you guys to really understand, like, this is just his bio. I'm going to read your bio to them. Okay. Really quickly. So DJ Loot is one of the West Coast's most active music producers. In 1996, he began producing, engineering, and composing in the rap scene. In the rap, R&B, rock, pop, and techno genres, his focus has been on producing some of the most talented rappers and singers in California. So he's producing some of the most talented rappers and singers in California, as well as engineering and producing beats for selected clientele around the world. DJ Loot has produced, mixed, and mastered thousands of songs for artists such as, and here we go, Siren, Tallboy Entertainment, Shaughnessy, Akon, Jim Jones, Wiz Khalifa, Pusha T, Turf Talk, T.I., Paul Wall, 2 Chainz, Gucci Mane, Future, Young Buck, Slim Thug, Devin the Dude, Yo Gotti, Lil, Kiki, Drummer Boy, Drum Squad, Rocco, Short Dog, 3-6 Mafia, San Quinn, Mr. Fab, Sally Cell, X-Rated, Thiz Nation, Latin Artist, Dub 20, Kalina Lawrence, Modestic Artist, G Will, Grown As Gangstas, Dre D, Charlie Muscle, Looney Coleon, JDK, Donda Boss, G-Man, Holotip, Key Rings, Grade A Entertainment. That's entertainment.
Entertainment.
I was going to say with an I. So, and it goes on to name others. Cali Bear Gang, Alcatraz, Filthy Rich, Good Old Boys, and Nina Loco. I don't want to leave anybody out. I'm just going to finish it off. Richie Ladrigal, Lyrical Vision, Sub-Zero, B.I.G., Big Malo, Nina Loco, Triple Beam, Reese Loke, The Gatlin, C-Dub, Good Old Boys, Penny Alcatraz, Filthy Rich, Cali Bear Gang, Hennessy, Dirk Dig, Livewire, and many more. So that just goes to show it's just a few because he even said, and many more. So you guys can understand that he knows the craft. If you have any questions, I'm sure if he wouldn't mind answering those questions for you. If you're just trying to make your way, find your way, if it's any kind of advice you might need, or if you're looking for any kind of a collaboration and you're looking to just work and get into some business, he's going to have some cards for you.
DJLoot.biz. That's the central hub for everything.
Yep, you guys get a picture of that Aztec.
And the...
I'll see one of those.
Oh. And sirenmusic.com.
All right, I'm going to put this is our last one into rotation. This is going to be on our outro. This one is Just Cause, and I actually wanted to play this one first. I'm really glad that I was patient, because I'm kind of impatient.
This is a good one. This is also on Cali Fire Volume 7.
I really like this one a lot.
I'm on the hook. This is Optimistic, which is spelled... optimistic and magic, but it's spelled with a Z and a Q.
And a Q.
That's how he spells it. Optimistic and Magic are Sacramento area, well, Placerville, but the
greater
Central
Sacramento
Sac area artists that Optimistic. Well, a lot of his music is optimistic. He's a very conscious, lyrical rapper. Yes. He does a lot of what he does is combine quality concepts with a lot of times very fast delivery. So,
you know, we like those deliveries.
One of my favorite artists that I've started working with in the past year. Just amazing stuff.
All right, you guys. Well, here you go. This one is Optimistic and Magic featuring DJ Loot, Just Coast.
Yo, I try to stay grounded and disconnect from all the business whenever I get a minute to just reflect. I take a little breath, notice that it affects my inner stress and intellect. That's when it lets me feel the best. Yes, I can't believe everything that's happening. I'm living happily and seeing life adapt to me. And still I'm capturing the energy organically. I'm breathing vitality when I'm leaving to catch a breeze. It helps me positively charge. Vitamin nature, I just got it in the yard. So keep on bringing the peace with hopes to limit disease. The power of love is a healing machine. I know that you feel it, it's living in me. My heart and it's been on my sleeve. I'm hoping to open it spiritually, cause when you unlimited with your beliefs, to bring out the vision within all your dreams.
Yeah, this is, I'm gonna send you.
Bye. All right, you guys. I'm gonna let you finish out Just Coast. That's been the show. DJ Loot in the house. You guys seen him? Come get his album. He's got a volume 3, 4 here for you. When they're gone, they're gone. That's it. And then he's got some cards here for you, and I'll get that up for you in just a moment. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in, and joining us and helping me to welcome DJ Loot to our community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Peace.
I'm a West Coast, tap into the flow, say la vie. Okay, now here we go. You say what you is what you say. Believe in yourself in the righteous sort of way. Tap into the memories that's feeling sentimentally. Remember that youth is still a part of your entity. Growing from the moment that you was a seed. Like Tupac said, even a rose can grow from concrete. EKG will beat until the heart ceases. Please believe this is not my last thesis. Carpe diem, the moment that you see it. Go get 'em. Carpe knock them, the moment that you got them. Either way, you gotta live for today. We make our own prophecy, no one can take it away. I'ma just coast, cause I've been pedaling uphill. Sometimes in the sunshine, you gotta chill. I'ma just go. Never let life get to me. I'ma just go. Let the good times set me free. I'ma just go. Need some time to let me breathe. I'ma just go. Time to be all I can be. I'ma just go. Never let life get to me. I'ma just go. Let the good times set me free. I'ma just go. Need some time to let me breathe. I'ma just go. Time to be all I can be.
In the beginning, there was only ocean. Until